loose, loose, loose. They cannot get the power down, struggling with that. Even if the car was tighter early in the run, Larry Mack, they ended up loose by the end of it. What are you going to do as my crew chief down there to help me out if that's happening?
Well, Reagan, I've said ever since I stepped off the pit box, I do not envy some of the decisions these crew chiefs have to make, because think about it, a 200-lap race, this is it. This is the only opportunity you get to adjust on this race car. J.A. Murray keeps talking about Ryan Blaney in the 12. I talked to his crew. They do have a little bit of damage here down near the front splitter that they've been working on. It looks like they may make a slight wedge adjustment just to try to help him get that drive off the corner. But to the point J.A. Murray's making, Josh, Ryan Blaney very happy with his 12 car.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry Mack, and I know you talked a lot about Blaney already and what he's been able to do in the past, what he's doing tonight. But one thing I do notice is that
it's raining.
I don't want to talk about that. This is precipitation.
Well, it's either raining or freezing rain or maybe snow as cold as it is. It feels significantly colder than when we got out here, but this could add a whole new element to this. Especially if it stays just light like this, Josh, because there'll be such a threshold of where the grip is on the track with these cold temps. So, yeah, that made me nervous as a driver for sure.
All right, well, we've got 100 laps in the books right now. Ty Gibbs is your leader in the clash at Bowman Gray. Action for the second half of this race.
Aquí, go tell the spoiler of the 33. If he does that one more time, I'm going to kick it. And the 97, I'm coming for him. Copy.
All right, so that was the 23, Bubba Wallace, and the 97, Shane Bennett.
Yeah, Suarez, he can be a bit of a curmudgeon as he gets underneath and puts that helmet on. So you see Bubba not happy with him right there, gives him a little bit of a brake check, slams into the door.
Yep.
Tough in the back of the field tonight.
Have we ever seen that at the Madhouse before?
Oh,
every Saturday night.
Just a normal activity.
We got some pretty good precip coming down now, guys.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Get out your leaf blower then, all right? Here's what Bubba Wallace had to say.
Hey. I know, you're running into me for no reason. He's running into everybody for no reason.
You know, your spotter is kind of, I don't know, he's a coach. He's there to encourage you, but is he there to further provoke you toward what's going to happen next?
Oh, absolutely. Some of those spotters up there have definitely put themselves in a position to provoke the drivers along. So there's two different personalities and approaches to that.
I know you didn't want to hear it, Mike, but I'm looking out at these lights and these fans covering up. This is quite a bit more precip than we've had. The good news is we do have wet weather tires. Are we going to see them?
Not rain.
How about
sleet?
hail?
No, that's sleet. Oh my gosh. But they will use the wet weather tires. They don't call them rain.
Well, this just totally mixes everything up, right? Like we can't tell you who's going to be the best. We can speculate on, SVG having rain experience. I think Ty Gibbs is really good in the rain. We've seen Chase Briscoe, in the Grand National Series drive through monsoons at Charlotte Motor Speedway and win in the rain there. Hocevar is one of those guys that you never know.
He's from Michigan. He chooses to.
Yeah, but he's going to push it.
Yeah. All right, here's some William Byron audio.
They want thumbs up, thumbs down when you cross start finish line. I mean, I don't know. It all depends on the spray, I guess, but I'm sure a little bit of moisture is, I don't know how different than a lot.
Now, when you drive home from the track tonight, you're going to drive like there's an egg between your foot and the accelerator pedal to maintain traction. That is not the job here. It's anything but.
Yeah, and you heard him mention the spray. That's the only thing that limits us on what we can do in the rain. We can drive in a monsoon. We can drive in light rain. We can do all those things. The only thing that limits the safety side of what we're getting ready to do is if the spray is so crazy that you can't see.
Yeah, it's a vision thing. It's not a grip thing. These tires, we've covered it. You've said it enough. I've watched it. These things have a surprising amount of grip for these drivers.
Now, on Saturday nights here, the modifieds, the late models, the stadium stocks, they have bump and runs. They have cars that get sent all the way across the infield grass, taking out all that beautiful lettering. We haven't seen that yet tonight. I think we might.
I would like to see them just speed things up a little bit here with a parade lap and give them a feel for the grip. again, that sleet needs a blow off the windshields. Going back to your vision, we don't have windshield wipers on these cars. They weren't prepared for that like we would see at a road course or something like that. So let's get these things moving and see what we got.
And a lot of times when you get in, I never liked the windshield wiper. I never used a windshield wiper on the Cup car. I always liked just a clean sheet of Rain-X.
Because it made it worse.
Yeah, the windshield wiper made it worse. If they, hopefully, most of these guys just rubbed a clean, tore a tear off and just went a nice layer of Rain-X on the window and it'll just roll right off.
Totally agree. You would get tire rubber on it, some oil, some grease from the rear ends and stuff on your windshield, and you just smear and make it worse with your vision.
But the longer you wait, the worse it gets. So.
I think some speed on the windshield of these things will help their vision a little bit.
You see on the upper right corner the evidence of the tear-offs, those little triangles, thanks, that help indicate where to pull and give the driver a clean vision. Now, you have limited opportunities to do that. I've only seen like 2 or 3 on most of these cars.
When I was driving, we heard Byron question about, thumbs up, thumbs down, not talking about the...
Agreed. I use accumulation, which is kind of cool, so let's give it a try.
Send it.
Well, I think this is, what you're hearing is all these guys know that the cars are capable of doing what they need to do in these conditions. And, it's definitely, it's not a heavy rain. And I know that the track looks really wet and slick, but I think that, I could be wrong, but I think...
Ty Gibbs is your leader, did not make it into the final here last year. Led all those laps at the LA Coliseum. Got taken out in a late crash, so this will be his second really good opportunity to score in the clash.
Well, he's done a good job tonight of